Dear students, in this video you will learn about power angle equation of synchronous motion. In that, power angle equation of a non-salient pole synchronous motion. See, the most important device in power system is synchronous motion. So, without synchronous motion we cannot generate the power, we cannot transmit, we cannot distribute, and we cannot utilize also. Electrical power we cannot generate without synchronous motion, since it is the most important device to generate the electrical power. So, synchronous generator we can also called alternator, we can also called AC generator. So, generally in hydroelectric power plant, thermal power plant, nuclear power plant, even in tidal power plant, so we are using this type of generators. Okay. Now, we will see what does the synchronous generator. So, synchronous generator does mechanical, which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. So, mechanical power converts into electrical power and feed it into the power system network. Similarly, in other hand, synchronous motor draws electrical power from the network and which converts mechanical power. So, generally motor does mechanical energy, electrical energy which will convert into mechanical energy. So, there are basically two types of synchronous machines we have. One is round rotor or non-salient pole type rotor. So, non-salient pole type rotor we can also call round rotor or cylindrical type rotor, and the other one is salient pole type rotor. Okay, non-salient pole type rotor and salient pole type rotors we have. According to that, these synchronous machines are classified into non-salient pole type synchronous machine and salient pole type synchronous machine. So, now we will see non-salient pole type synchronous machine power angle equation. So, in case of non-salient pole synchronous machine, the rotor consisting of cylindrical structure, that is called round structure, having a number of slots at intervals along the outer periphery of the cylinder for accommodating the field coils. So, slots are accommodated outer periphery of the rotor to accommodate the field coils. So, field coils. So, already you have studied in previous semesters how the non-salient pole type and salient pole type rotors are constructed. The air gap is uniform all along the rotor periphery, hence flux links is also uniform. So, in this type of rotor, flux links is uniform and hence air gap is uniform, right. So, therefore, the machine offers the same reactance for the flow of armature current at all places. Since it is a uniform air gap, uniform magnetic flux will be rotated, so that the reactance of the the reactance will be same in all places. So, reactance we are considering excess, synchronous reactance we are considering excess of the machine. So, the single phase sequence reactance diagram as shown in this figure. So, the non-salient pole type synchronous motor reactance diagram as shown in this figure. So, we can see in this figure. So, here, so we are considering E is the induced voltage from the alternator or from the synchronous generator, Xs is the synchronous stator reactance and Xe is the transmission line reactance and V is the voltage at terminals. So, now we will move to the notations of non-salient pole type synchronous machine. So, here we are considering E at an angle delta is the generated voltage in the machine and delta is the load angle, okay, and Xs is the synchronous reactance of the machine, Et is the voltage at the terminals of the emission, Xc is the reactance of the transmission line, and del V at an angle 0 is the voltage at infinite bus, and I is the load current. Let us suppose that the mission is operating for a large power factor load. The mission is operating at large power factor load. The pi is value is more, pi value is more than this synchronous emission lags, current lags the infinite bus bar voltage. Here we can see the voltage and current it is lagging in nature, okay. So the lagging angle we are denoting with pi. So the corresponding phasor diagram we can see in this figure. So voltage drop across synchronous reactance and voltage drop across transmission lines you can observe in this phasor diagram. So from this phasor diagram and from the single line diagram of synchronous emission, we can write E is equal to V plus J into I into Xs plus Xc. From that I you can write, so I is equal to E minus V by J into Xs plus Xc. The power is developed by the mission is P is equal to real value of V into I conjugate. Substitute substitute V and I values in this. So V is I is substitute. So simplify these equations. So finally, what we can get, power developed by the mission P is equal to V modulus of V modulus of E by Xs plus Xc into sin delta. So this is the power developed by the mission. So now we can see here we have a one characteristics power versus delta. When delta is equal to 0, power developed from the mission is 0, and delta is equal to 90 degrees, power developed from the mission is maximum, and delta is equal to 180 degrees, power developed from the mission is 0. So here we can see delta 0, 90, 180 degrees. At 90 degrees we will get a maximum power from the synchronous mission, right. So here this equation previously what we have seen, that equation is the power angle equation. So from the power angle equation, Pm is equal to maximum power transferred, Pm is equal to modulus of E into modulus of E by Xs plus Xc. So when the delta is greater than 90 degrees, the power output of the mission reduced successfully. Finally mission may stall, that is machine is at a stable position. So maximum transfer occurs is called steady state limit. When delta is greater than 0, delta greater than 90, so we can transmit the maximum amount of power. And here delta is lies between 0 and 90 degrees, 0 is and 90 degrees, and curve dp by dt d delta is greater than 0. So this is called power synchronizing power coefficient, and dp by d delta is greater than 0 is called stability criteria. So here we have different conditions, dp by d delta is greater than 0, less than 0, equal 0. So greater than 0 means, so synchronizing power coefficient, that is also called stability criteria, and when the delta p by delta dp by d delta is equal to 0, so it reaches to SSL, steady state stability limit, and is less than 0, the power system is unstable. So here we can also consider when the infinite bus transmission line reactance is equal to 0, X is equal to 0, then power equation, power angle equation, del modulus of E into modulus of E by xs into sin delta. So here also we can substitute delta various values of delta. You can also get power. Delta is 0, P is 0, delta is 90, P is equal to maximum, delta is 180, again P is equal to 0. Okay. So PM is the maximum power, is called pull out power from the machine. So okay. So this is about power angle equation of non-silent pole type synchronous machine. In next video we will see about power angle equation of salient pole synchronous machine and transient stability. Thank you everyone. Okay.